Hey everybody, welcome back. We are in the fall semester of our groups, and so the summer break it almost felt too long to me. I was missing our group, and so I'm glad we're back. And obviously, by the look of your smiles while I said that, I could tell that you're glad we're back too. But anyways, we just started a new series called God-Given. And it's talking about what are our God-given rights, what are our God-given promises, right? And what has society, what is the world, what does the enemy try to take from us? And so we are trying to take back stolen ground. And so here we got a couple of questions. The first one's we're going to do kind of just like a basic theology, a basic kind of knowledge question, and that'll set up the table for everything. So this weekend we talked. My dad preached on the enemy and on the devil, and so that's kind of our first question. So the Bible says that the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. So our first question is, who is the thief? What do we know about him? And how does he work? Ready, set, go. All right, we're back. That was great. We're starting off good. Hopefully, we're getting a good idea of what that is. The reason we need to know about the devil, Satan, and how he works and who he is because he's real. And if we don't know that, we're not going to know how to defend ourselves against him. So here's the next question, and this can be kind of deep, and it can go a lot of different places. And so be as gracious as you can in this conversation, but the question we have is, what do you think that the enemy is trying to steal from you? And this could be kind of big picture. What is the enemy trying to steal from us as people, from us as Christians, or from our family, or from children, but also specifically from you? And so what is the enemy trying to steal? Let's talk about that for a few minutes, and it'll help us kind of move into the next stage of our conversation. Ready, set, go. Okay, great. And I had to step away for a sec, so I didn't get to hear what you guys were saying. But something that I've thought is one of the biggest things that the enemy tries to take from us is our identity. And I've been talking about this in youth recently. And one of the greatest gifts, especially in today's society and culture, one of the greatest gifts that God has ever given us is the identity of being a child of God. And so we don't have to identify with all the other things and all the other nonsenses, right? We get to identify as children of God who belong to Him and His kingdom, and it's a wonderful thing. So there's my 2 cents. You can make up the other 98. The next question we have, question number 3, that verse that we talked about, the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy. The next part of it, Jesus says, but I've come so you may have life and life more abundantly, right? And this is John 10:10. And so what is life in life more abundantly? And you might think, well, that's pretty simple, but I don't think it is. What is the life Jesus is talking about here? And then what is life abundantly? Take a couple minutes and answer that question. Ready, set, go. The last question we have here, after we've talked about all these things, is something that we as a staff talked about in our staff meeting. It was a really good conversation, so we figured we'd give it to you and see what you do with it. So the question is, where does suffering play into the abundant life? Can we have an abundant life and have suffering? Or can we have an abundant life without suffering? I don't know. Let's have this conversation. Where does suffering fit into the abundant life? And go ahead and have that conversation. But before I let you go, don't forget this Sunday night at 6 p.m. we've got a worship night, and we're also going to be highlighting our volunteers and loving on them. And so come be a part. It's going to be an amazing time of worship, and that's what we were created to do. Is worship God. And so join us this Sunday night, 6 p.m. Love you. Have a good conversation. Where does suffering fit in the abundant life? Ready, set, go.